So I have been receiving the accusations and thankful, grateful for the very serious accusations. This goes on for years and years and years now. You know, sperm donor, deadbeat dad. The child molestation stuff, domestic violence or drug addict, drug dealer, alcoholic, fraudster. You just a whole litany of things, right? I get to the point where I can't really keep up with it. I don't know where to go with it. But all right, great. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I am. I'm a very dangerous person. I've kindly requested and affirmatively, assertively requested discovery and some kind of mediation. I requested police to investigate me, hang me, police, if you have to, because these, such serious accusations. People need to know when you start even thinking of an accusation, it just builds in the air. It's very serious. Just making stuff up, it's really severe. And then now, some stuff has come out that it was people were not in the right state of mind when making these accusations. Which still, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm who I am. I'm the gentle person, the kind, affectionate, loving, peaceful. The public records show who I am, what I'm all about. Obviously, there's nothing really. Just people know who I am. You see my videos here. We're 10-5. I don't. 10-6 is what it's going to be. I'm just going to tell you right now regarding the last game of the year. Today's the 29th December. But anyway, back to this issue of the horrible father that I've been, and I appreciate the attacks. Everything's working together for good, exceeding abundantly above all I could ever ask or think. Wow, think about that. Everything's working out together for good. Just actually think about that. All right, so I was watching the market today. It was whipping around pretty good. People were not expecting it to fall, even though you got your bills passed for stimulus and stuff, which it's just, this is the worst economy, in terms of country in the world. People are really poor in this country, stupid and sick. When I say stupid, I'm just going based upon statistics of illiteracy in the developed world. Okay, so I'm bringing out this stuff. It's coming out. I was accused of people trying to say Department of Homeland Security seems this guy Jason is dangerous and whatever. I don't even, nothing for me to say. Just look at the evidence, The election, just look at the fact that you've got more people voting in a precinct than actual voters. Weird, right? Or, the mortgage loans and why would a person get an annuity or a mutual fund or, with it, there's no benefit to this. Just a case whereby an 85-year-old woman got a 30-year mortgage. Great. Maybe she'll make it to, the 100 and whatever it would be, 15 to pay it off. There's things like that though, There's, the 1,100 square foot house in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, getting an appraisal of like $265,000 on 3,500 square feet of land. There's just material fact out there like that, you know. I look at, people who've been convicted of crimes in Ohio, and then of course you got this, in Cincinnati, Innocence Project getting in on certain things. I mean, look, I'm not about making, you know, laws regarding illegal drugs. I'm all about it being just legal, whatever, leave it alone. And then you got, but at the same time, I'm the person who's more against marijuana, pills, with the Percocets and different things, and then of course the needles, all that stuff, and anybody, powders. But then of course you got a woman who I think she's got it convicted, and she's doing like a life sentence for possession of weed or something, second, third, fourth, whatever offense, and of course you got cops messing around with the whole issue of DUIs, not doing it properly. How could you possibly mess that up? Really, come on now. But at the same time, we can't be having drunk drivers on our streets. So anyway, I've been accused of these things. I put it out there. If you're accused of like this whole child molestation thing, you don't want this thing to get out there usually, right? If you're the murderer of something, which I haven't been accused of that, I don't think, murder. But you don't want people to know that you committed the big fraud, like Bernie Madoff. Like, okay, all the people are all of a sudden, hey, we want our money back. It's like 2007, 8, 9, whatever it was. Economy's falling apart. We want to just stop loss everything and just bring it in, call it in. Well, guess what? He doesn't have it. There was no investments. There's times when you're committing your frauds that you just want to keep hiding it. Yeah. You don't want people to know about this. Hey, I rejoice in the accusations. And I encourage people to really, seriously, you got something, you better get it out there, Anyway, so I'm thinking, all this morning, like, okay, well, let me make sure we're not gonna piss off anybody or make any judges mad or police or sheriff deputies. So, and I'm communicating with the best I can. I mean, there's public records on me, y'all. Jason Werner, look at Cuyahoga County. I'm still like kind of on bail here, and I've communicated with these various people on these really serious accusations. So they're scared to sit down and talk to me because they know they really effed up. Which I understand that. The people is in like, usually you got like a foreman for a grand jury kind of thing, and you got detectives to submit evidence, but you gotta present this stuff, and you have to have had it collected too. If you don't have any evidence, well, I heard it's a case in Cuyahoga County. A woman got indicted for stealing her own car, which I appreciate the aggressiveness with regard to going after potential crimes. I met a guy. It's really kind of funny. He was at Walmart. I didn't meet him at Walmart, but he told me, like, oh, so what do you mean you got, you're on probation doing community service. So what do you mean you got caught stealing from Walmart? Like, how? I mean, there's cameras everywhere. No, this one, it wasn't a camera. It was an actual, like, looked like me and you, like actual shoppers, and they saw him put stuff, I guess, in his pants, and he got caught at the door. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell are these people thinking? I mean, we're all probably thinking that, right? And of course, I could probably get in and out of it. One time, I in Home Depot, it's like 15 years ago or something, I'm like, 2007, 2008. Maybe it was Lowe's. Yeah, maybe it was Lowe's North in Strongsville. Somehow I walked out the place with stuff that I didn't buy. And maybe it was like $40 or whatever, which is a pretty good amount of money. That's like petty theft probably. But I went back and I'm like, I never paid for this, and I don't need it. I ended up not needing it. You know how you can, get something from Lowe's or Home Depot and it doesn't work, or you didn't need it, or whatever. Just the return policy is just amazing, right? Same with Walmart. It's a pretty good return policy. Well, there's one time I brought it back to them, and they said, "Oh, thank you so much that you did this. You didn't even pay for it. And you brought it back. You could, if you think about it, you could just probably go ahead and sell it and make, sell it for like, I don't know, 50% of what you paid for, kind of thing. People can do stuff. They do stuff like that. People put together schemes. But my prayer anyway is that, yeah, this is just going to continue to come to light. That I am the man of integrity, dignity, and obviously all the materials and any kind of evidence out there is going to show me even being not just innocent, but even more of the perfect model citizen than I've even thought I could portray myself as, and been desiring to be. Cleaning off our streets from all the drugs and of all the drugs, not from all the drugs, and not just the drugs, but fraud and so many other things. So that's my prayer, and that I receive and allow. My prayer overall for me is that I receive and allow peace and apologies, I guess. And it's been difficult for me to receive that.